guys, so it's been a few days since I last recorded. I've just been working on fitting tubes and a little bit of welding here and there. I chose not to weld certain things like the door bars for when I have to put a dash or the seats in. I was thinking of just cutting like a huge box because these rear tubes are like that. That's where they're supposed to be, but they don't really connect to anything. I just tacked them up, but they don't connect to anything, so I'm probably gonna end up cutting this whole thing out, and then the frame's right here, so I'm probably gonna end up building a structure off of that, and then cutting this tube like this probably, and then attaching the two. I think that'd be the best option. Also, I need to get kill mat sound deadening in here because it's like just a hollow shell right now. Okay, so last time I recorded was a few days ago once again. I keep forgetting because I'm excited to get to the next thing, but I could show you what I've been doing. I'm about to end the day, but as you can see, I got a plasma cutter, a cheap one off Amazon that I'm just gonna return when I'm done. So I cut all this out, and now I can access that. Same here and here, and on both sides. So I could fully weld everything. The reason why I got the plasma cutter is up here. There's normally a bump stop mount, and I couldn't get that out with an angle grinder, so I just bought a plasma cutter, and it blew right through in a few seconds. I'm probably gonna end up getting an Eastwood 40 plasma cutter because just using this one, it's really nice, and that's not even a Pilot Arc one. So yeah, I feel like I've done a lot today. I cut off both bump stop mounts, this and that on each side, and then 2 back holes. Also, on the frame right here, I now am able to build a structure that can come flush with the floor I'm probably gonna do, and that will make it so I can mount these tubes onto it. I don't know why these land how they do. It's kind of weird, doesn't hit this back tube. It just goes to nothing, I guess. So I cut it like right here, and then build a boxed something off the frame right there, and that'll be solid. Another new day. I had a little incident the other day where someone opened the garage and the window fell out and it smashed everywhere. So I have to make a new window out of some plexiglass. So what I'm doing right now is I have this plasma cutter that I'm probably gonna package up and return today, but I cut all of these spaces out up here and up here, and tried to weld them a little more because they're only like halfway welded. Now they're most of the way welded. I still can't get, a perfect angle on it through a small crack like that, but so what I'm doing right now is I have my flap disc, and I'm just smoothing out these edges and removing the paint, and that way I get the pieces I saved from when I cut it out, and I just remove the paint off this, and this will fit back in nicely. I want to put the floor bars in. That'd be pretty good. I'm just trying to think what else I have to do. There's also just some general touch-up stuff that I want to make, you know, everything look good. I want to do my frame plates before I return this, because that'd be a lot of cutting with an angle grinder, and I think that'd be a smart idea. So yeah, that's what I'm up to right now. I also need to test fit this this tube that goes across the dash. Last time I tried it, it was not gonna fit because it was way too loose. So I need to see where that's at. I'm happy with everything so far. I'm glad I cut out these huge chunks from the floor, because it gave me access to a lot of things that otherwise I couldn't have had access to. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with it and see you in the next update. So, since I tripped the breaker, I'm probably gonna let that cool down. And then I'm gonna get the other piece that I made right here, and I'm gonna tack it up onto the frame, and then I'm gonna trace a line where I can cut, and that will make it so it'll just sit nicely against the frame. I'm also right here gonna cut a line through the plate and then sort of like dent it in, and it'll make for a nice bump stop location maybe. Okay, so you saw me tracing the back of it, and I just cut it out and then made some minor adjustments. And then where the frame bends, I just cut it and hammered it into place and tacked it, so it sort of forms to the frame, like right there. You can see it goes out a little bit. And then I also cut out the top piece. So yeah, it looks really nice. I haven't recorded in a while. Once again, I should just stop even saying that. So yesterday, I started with doing these gussets. And I couldn't get behind this side, so I had to cut this piece out. And right now I'm doing my first sort of sheet metal work. Initially I was going to reuse the piece that I plasma cut out, but it's like kind of nasty and it's like 3 layers or like 2 layers thick, and I'd rather just start fresh with a piece like this, and that goes like right there. There's like a little dip that goes like right here for where the door hinge goes, but that goes like that, and as you can see, there's like a bit of a right angle pretty much. So what I'm gonna do, since I don't have a vise or anything that could bend this, is I will make it really thin where that line is with the angle grinder and then bend it to the angle. I might even cut a full new one piece that just goes all the way across. That's probably what I'll end up doing, because this is already, I cut this out for the little hole that was right here, and then I ended up cutting out the rest. So I'm probably just gonna start with a fresh new bigger piece. Okay, so I got my template out of a LaCroix box and traced it onto my sheet and then cut it out. As you can see, it fits very nicely, nice enough to hold itself into place. And now I'm going to mark it where I need to make a little little bend. Yeah, I got this tacked in. It came out pretty nice. The metal's really thin and it's burning through. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm just gonna have to tack all the way across, I guess, until it's just one solid tack or weld, and then grind it down to match the body. But yeah, this turned out good. I'm glad I did it. It took a long time, but it was worth it, and it matches the body really nicely. And yeah.